thought this interview was over, but the producer said to do a part 2 since Jin is going to show up and ask me. Well, I take characters from video games and I ask them some certain questions. This is just part 2 of this video because Jin is back and my producer said you have to do it. I'm like, crap, now to do it again? Well, more like a part 2 of it. So, hey Jin, I don't know why you're back in the interview since you didn't tell me you have the devil gene. But I do have the devil gene. I have it from my father, my grandmother Kasumi, my grandfather Heihachi don't have it, and I find it very interesting. I'm the grandson of Jinpachi Mishima, great-grandson actually. Very interesting stuff. Already, Jin. How old are you, Jin? I know you're gonna tell me, cause you also never told me you have a cousin named Asuka Kazama. Since you're a Kazama, your mother is Jun Kazama. Isn't that correct? And you also have an uncle named Lars Alexanderson and your adopted uncle Lee Changlong. Can you please tell me that, Jin? Cause you didn't tell me that in the interview since the director and the producer said you didn't say anything about that. Yeah, that's true. Lee Changlong is my uncle and Lars is my uncle. He's my half-uncle, actually. He is the son of Heihachi Mishima, since he doesn't dare the devil gene. Oh yeah, also forgot to mention, yeah, Asuka Kazama is my cousin and her father, since I never met him. I met her in the end. I met her, but what happened was I found her chest by accident. I didn't mean to. It actually happened. I like, ooh. Yep, the producer said this interview is about to be over, so let's talk about one final word. Alright, Jin, I know your quote is powers everything, right, Jin? It's right. Yeah, I know, Jin. Since I'm talking to you, I talked to fictional characters because I didn't mention that in the interview. This is just a part 2 of that interview, and it's not gonna be long like that, so do and stuff like that. We're gonna do this and beat the shit. Let's go. We are? Yeah, we are. We're gonna interview again. Kicking the shutter. We're gonna interview. Wow. So you said kick the shutter. I thought you meant kick the clutter. What you meant by this? The producer told you to do part 2, but then you didn't want to do it. No, I did not want to do it, Jin, and I had to because you didn't tell me a lot of stuff. So you said your quote is powers everything. That's correct. You're also 21 years old. You're 21, right? Yeah. You're supposed to be 22. What happened? I don't know. Okay, Jin. Since this interview is going to be over, before you go, I want to ask you an interesting question, which is going to be off topic in this interview since it's part 2, right? Okay, as you see there, Jin kind of responded and said something, right, Jin, that before you go, I want to tell you something at first. Why are you disinterested in a close relationship? Why didn't you tell me that, Jin? Because you're not hiding it. I know you're disinterested in a relationship. Is it because you're the devil gene? Is that right, Jin? Gonna hear that from Mr. Kazama himself a second. Yeah, you're right about that. Since I'm disinterested in a close relationship, because I have the devil gene, my goal is to destroy the devil gene. Because of that, I have to get rid of this gene. I don't want no children to have this. Especially if I had kids with Shell U, I highly doubt if they get it or if it passes through or whatever. It'll be safely up to me to do it. I don't want that bad anything to happen to Shell. So this show is about to end soon. Also, my interview, your friend, Lin Shell U. Why is that? Because she called me and told me that she's coming in this interview next week. So, alright. Already. Okay, Jin. Before you leave, I want to say something because I don't know why you came back in this interview. You kind of went like, that my boss is such a douchebag. I really hate him for this, and I hope one day I'll sue his ass. So you said that you don't like your job. Nope, I don't like my job. I hate it, Jin, so much. You're talking to me because you're an interesting guy. So, You're gonna interview Xiao Yu, right? Yup, she told me to come to this interview probably next week. So that means you probably might not show up in the video. You better not show up in the video, Jin, because I will not get you, but I'm gonna tell you something. My boss hates you. That the man himself, Mr. Kazama, said, that I should quit my job. Thanks for the mentioning, Jin. But like I told him, if he shows up in one of these interviews, I'm not gonna kick him out, since he could show up anytime. I don't care, my boss said it. I think Jin will be helping me out. That's right, Jin. Okay then. Yeah, Jin, you're gonna help me out in this. You're gonna help me out and you're gonna talk, but not talk. You're just gonna help me out and beat the shit out of my boss, because you are going to kick his ass. I don't want to. You have to, Jin. You're Kazama, remember? Okay then, whatever. Jin said he's taking me to a motorcycle ride, and now he'll probably drive me over. So Jin, you say you're gonna take me to a motorcycle ride? Yes I did, because you asked. Yes I did. And you're gonna take me home right now. This interview is over. Me and Jin are gonna get out of this hole, this shithole. Okay Jin, take me home. No, wait then. Thanks, Jin, for taking me home. You're welcome. Jin, I don't know how in the world you drive, but you drive awesome. Thanks anyway. Hope you have a good night. Good night to you too, Mr. Kazama. Thanks for taking me home, and thanks for getting me out that shithole. Every time you ask me, you can call me. Yup. Bye, Mrs. Lucy Jack herself. This is Jin Kazama saying, this interview is over. What I meant to say, she is going to interview Ling Xiaoyu. I hope you enjoyed this interview of part 2, the interview with me with Jin Kazama with Lucy Jack included. Alright guys, have a great day and good night.